Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and what a gorgeous early fall day around north central Washington. Clear skies, light winds, and temperatures hovering right around 80 degrees today, which is about 8 degrees above where we should be right now. And I'll tell you what, I hope you had a chance to enjoy today, and please enjoy tomorrow if you get the chance, because we do have changes coming, especially by the time the weekend hits. Friday, a cold front will move through, and you can see the areas in light green. That'll be light showers. Dark green will be the heavier chances for rain, and we will see cooler temperatures and some windy conditions on Saturday as well, and even a better chance for rain as we get into Monday, and we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Riverside 9 Apartments could be a launching pad for more projects. An Everett woman was killed in a two-car crash on I-90 yesterday, and Chelan County Sheriff's Office will sport pink badges next month. Later on, we'll have sports, your weather forecast, and our feature story today. But first, in a developing story late this afternoon, law enforcement officials closed a portion of Highway 2 as Chelan County Sheriff's deputies continue to search for two men suspected in a shooting in Dryden. The Wenatchee World reports that the victim was shot and may also have been beaten. State Patrol troopers closed both lanes of Highway 2 from the Big Y to Dryden. County deputies are cordoning off a perimeter around the shooting scene and are using a dog to search for the suspects. For the latest information, please go to our website at ncwlife.com. In other breaking news this afternoon, area fire crews made quick work of a fire this afternoon behind the Fred Meyer's store in East Wenatchee. The fire started in the ditch between State Route 28 and the Fred Meyer gas station around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The fire burned briefly in grass, sagebrush, and trees before being extinguished about a half hour later. In other news, plans to establish a regular non-stop flight from Pangbourne Airport to San Francisco are going forward. Now all that's needed is an airline to provide the service. Chelan County Port District Executive Director Pat Jones announced this morning that a multitude of businesses and organizations have pledged over $400,000 to entice an airline to provide the service.
I want to start by thanking the company that was almost last in but put us over the top with a very big and substantial contribution, and that was our friends at Microsoft. And Microsoft operates a data center over in Quincy. Another demonstration that Pangbourne is a regional airport serving 4 counties, not just our 2 counties here locally. And Microsoft came through with a $43,000 contribution. They're starting to become much more active in our community and supportive of the things that are going on here. They support GWADA and other local organizations. So thanks to Microsoft. Jack Eaton is here from Microsoft this morning. Jack, would you stand up? And Jack tells me he is persistently annoying, and that's like
The port will now apply for a federal grant to match the local funds to be used to lure a commercial carrier to this area. The funds would help offset the airline's loss of revenue. The port is now in the process of recruiting a potential air service to San Francisco that would be in addition to Horizon Air's regular daily shuttle service to Seattle. Today's announcement was made at a special Port District hosted breakfast program, and that was at the Wenatchee Convention Center. The housing shortage in the Wenatchee Valley was also among the topics covered during today's breakfast panel discussion on economic development. Once again, that was hosted by the Chelan County Port District. Greg Serbana with Widener Apartment Homes is the developer of the Riverside 9 Apartments in Wenatchee. He says the over 300 dwellings his company developed on Wenatchee's riverfront is only a launching pad for other planned projects in Chelan County.
We're absolutely bullish. We've had very good experience both here at Riverside 9 and Wenatchee and throughout the county. And so we started our our purchases and our acquisitions in Eastern Washington about 7 years ago in Walla Walla, and then moved to Moses Lake, did 2 developments there, and now we're here in Wenatchee and have found just a wonderful opportunity. We've found a welcoming government. The mayor himself and the economic development folks have been great to work with.
Makes that permitting process a little easier?
It made it a little bit easier, and on top of that, most importantly, we were able to provide housing for folks that has been sorely needed. Our lease up at that Riverside 9 project, which, as I said, was 300 plus units, went very quickly, and so the demand is there, and we look forward to doing more projects here in Wenatchee to meet that demand.
And are there plans maybe in the works in that regard?
There are plans. We have another parcel of land that's under contract and that we are developing right now. We hope to break ground in 2018, and another parcel that we're working on with the city that hopefully we'll be able to announce pretty soon.
And in other cities around our area as well, Leavenworth, Chelan.
Exactly right. You know, as a result of some of these successes, we've been approached sometimes by different municipalities, different cities, or also different brokers about different parcels. And so we're working on contracts with a parcel in Leavenworth and one in Chelan, and we're excited to hopefully be able to bring some new product to those markets as well.
Let's talk about what kind of apartments, what kind of development you're looking at in terms of not necessarily affordable housing,
Sure.
but multi-use.
Yeah, that's a good question. We hope to bring state-of-the-art techniques and furnishings and fittings to those apartments. We'll have a full, rich amenity package in each one of them. And, you know, as new construction, we hope to be able to meet an unmet need in the marketplace. And so we're excited about this. We think it's a good thing for each one of these markets, and we look forward to doing more.
Obviously, you're a major player in economic development. Is what you're seeing in terms of a strategic plan for the Chelan County Port District encouraging for you?
Yeah, interestingly enough, I had not heard yet about their plans to develop a direct flight down to the Bay Area, and boy, what an economic boom that would be to this area, and certainly to the residents that call our apartments home. So we're terribly supportive of the efforts of the port. They also talked today about their new website, their GIS website, which will allow developers like us or anybody who's looking for new land to be able to find that online, and that's a wonderful accomplishment for the port, and will definitely help us and folks like us to put capital into this marketplace. So we're excited to be here.
Greg Widener, or actually Greg Cerbana with Widener
Yes.
Apartment Homes here in Wenatchee, and joining us for this panel discussion at the Convention Center. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Appreciate it.
Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
Cerbana joined Greg Mercer of Localtel and JP Laus with Laus Truss on the panel. The Port District also announced the formal adoption of a new 20-year strategic plan for developing the local economy, and housing is a key element of that endeavor. A 20-year-old Everett woman was killed in a 2-vehicle crash yesterday on I-90, 13 miles east of Kittitas. The 2 vehicles were traveling east on I-90 near Ryegrass early yesterday morning when a 2018 Dodge Ram pickup driven by 21-year-old Justin Tamez of Ellensburg lost control while trying to avoid an animal in the road, causing him to hit the guardrail and roll, blocking the eastbound lane. A 2004 Mazda Tribute, driven by 20-year-old Shannon Pendergast of Everett, then hit the truck from behind while it was upside down, causing the tailgate to become lodged in the Mazda. The Mazda then hit a Department of Transportation fence and was struck from behind by a semi-truck who continued on without stopping. Pendergast died in the accident, and no charges have been filed. The official cause of that accident is still under investigation, and the big rig was not found. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office is going pink and will be wearing special pink badges and sheriff insignias on their patrol uniforms. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is an annual campaign to increase awareness of the disease. While most people are aware of breast cancer, many forget to take the steps to have a plan to detect the disease in its early stages and encourage others to do the same. Coming up, the port targets business growth and emphasizes infrastructure. And free household hazardous waste collection takes place in Chelan County this weekend. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CVCH respects that.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
The Chelan County Port District is plotting a new course of direction for economic development over the next 20 years, and infrastructure will be a major driver. This morning, Port Commissioner Rory Turner provided a snapshot of how the port intends to partner with other organizations to encourage new business growth in the area. Chelan County PUD General Manager Steve Wright commented on how the utility worked with the port in bringing the diamond foundry to this area.
Well, let me first of all say we're excited about the strategic plan and the new leadership at the port. We think they're really doing an excellent job in supporting economic development and making it happen here in Chelan County. We've worked together with them on this new project called the Diamond Foundry, and very excited to hear that Diamond Foundry has decided to move here to Wenatchee. I think the number one thing that the PUD does is provide infrastructure. One of the panelists today spoke to the need for infrastructure if you're trying to recruit new businesses. And in addition to the low rates that we provide, of course, we provide a fabulous fiber broadband service, which is really unique for rural counties in America to have the kind of fiber and broadband services that we have. And in some parts of the county, we're providing water and wastewater services too.
Going forward, as we're trying to recruit new business to the area, a lot of them are very energy dependent and demand a lot of electrical power. How do you see the PUD's policies for selling power to these types of businesses changing possibly over the next few years?
Well, I think we've already made some changes with the adoption of what's called the high density load rate, because what it does is it assures that the price that we sell power to for these new businesses coming to town is at our cost of production, so we're not losing money on those sales. That helps to protect the low rates for the existing customers, yet at the same time promote economic development. And I think with the sale that's been made, we still have a contract pending. We don't have a closed contract with the Diamond Foundry, but we think we're very close. What we've shown is that that rate is still a very attractive rate to people who are considering developing here.
And it generates jobs.
And it generates jobs. And this is one of the important things that we need. When we did our strategic plan a few years ago, we did a customer survey, and the customers identified two primary things that they thought were most important. One was further developing the fiber and broadband service, and the second was economic development. Now, we don't have economic development as part of our statutory mission, but just by providing infrastructure, we make a difference. And so we can work with a bunch of partners here, the port, the cities, the county, in order to be able to promote jobs here. And that's a good thing for everybody that lives here.
Wright attended this morning's special event at the Convention Center, where the port formally announced that the Diamond Foundry will be locating its manufacturing operations to property the company is leasing from Stamilt growers. This Friday and Saturday, Chelan County residents have the opportunity to dispose of household hazardous waste. The waste collection is free for Chelan County residents. It includes hazardous materials such as drain and oven cleaners, wood strippers, paint thinner, gasoline, pesticides, herbicides, and bleach. There are 4 area waste drop-off locations, 2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. Friday's locations include the Wenatchee Forest Service office, located at 215 Melody Lane in Wenatchee. That's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And at the NEAT Fire Station number 1 from 10 a.m. to noon. On Saturday, the drop-off locations are the Chelan Fire Station. That's located at 232 East Wapato Avenue from 9 a.m. to noon in Chelan, and at the Peshaston Elementary School from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And for a complete list of acceptable hazardous waste, go to www.co.chelan.wa.us. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Every golfer aims to play their best, and smart golfers turn to the Golfer's Edge to get the Golfer's Edge. PGA professional Ed Payne has you covered from tee to green. You can work on your swing or play 18 in air-conditioned comfort on the golf simulator. Tanya's Corner has all the apparel the golfer needs at sale prices. And Ed can even rebuild your favorite set of clubs or custom make you a brand new set. Ask how you can qualify for a free 30-minute lesson at the Golfer's Edge on Mission between Kittitas and Yakima.
Is this really what we're gonna do on our girls' night out?
We should go to Club Crow. The bar and grill in Cashmere?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
At Doghouse Motorsports, we ride what we sell. There's a lot we could say about the CD Spark and the CD GTI, but ultimately, the ride says it all.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a good Wednesday evening. The Eastmont Wildcats rushed out to a 3-0 halftime lead and never looked back as we look at the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night. It was Eastmont getting the better of the Grizzlies, 4-0 the final last night. Wenatchee also with a victory on the pitch last night at the Apple Bowl at Lee Bofto Field. As we continue with the Les Schwab scoreboard, it was Wenatchee downing Moses Lake by a score of 4-0. Also last night in action, as we lost our scoreboard there, it was Jaden Griggs getting a goal. Allie Flynn had 2. Cascade and Cashmere played to a 3-3 tie through regulation, even through a golden goal period, and the Kodiaks won it in a shootout 4-2. Kodiaks improved to 7-0 with a win. The Bulldogs fell to 4-2. Liberty Bell blanked Manson 8-0. On the volleyball court last night, Wenatchee improved to 4-1 and Big 9 played with a 3-0 shutout of Moses Lake. Eastmont traveled to Sunnyside, shut out the Grizzlies 3-0. Games to the battle there. Chelan and Omak also battled last night, and it was the Kodiaks getting the better of Cashmere 3-0, and it was Eniat downing Pateras by a score of 3-1. Well, Mark Cannon's walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth gave Oakland a win over the Seattle Mariners, not by that 6-3 count. It was 6-5. That 6-3 score was from last night, but there's your final for the Mariners. They're off tomorrow. They'll be in L.A. to take on the Angels to wrap up the regular season in the first of 3 games on Friday night. That's sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life channel, turning our attention to our feature of the day. The documentary She Started It gives a new face to the popular image of the tech entrepreneur, a female face. This Thursday, a number of local community tech organizations are co-hosting a free documentary night and panel focusing on females in the tech industry and their struggles, which Dr. Sue Kane of the Apple STEM Network says are systematic.
Systematically, we've got some issues that we're trying to address. The idea that women in STEM and women in tech are still a minority, and this has been in the front of the news for the last 8 years. I think the 2009 census is really what made people kind of worry. And there have been efforts to try to see what's going on. Is it at this bottleneck or that bottleneck? We look at the high school graduation, we look at the math completion, we look at the college. Even when they get their degrees, they're less likely to be actually, in that space. I think it's systematic. I think we're going to have to, look at every place where a woman might experience difficulty, and creating that awareness helps us to, look past some of these biases. I think a lot of it comes down to the social capital that people have, and I think that men have they have decades of that structure built in, and it's going to take a little bit of time to build that same kind of a structure in for women as well.
This isn't just for women, it's for anybody. Anybody who has any kind of interest in the future of this country should probably go see this movie, shouldn't they?
This is true, and the film is not the only part of the event, too. There is an entrepreneurial panel. There are five female entrepreneurs here in the Wenatchee region that are going to speak to us about what they experience and how the challenges that they've faced.
And the event starts at 6:30 with the documentary showing at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. That is tomorrow night. Well, we'll be back in just a moment to recap our top stories with the latest on the Dryden shooting this afternoon. With Grant Olson, stay right there. We'll also have a look at your forecast as we continue on here on the NCW Life channel.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's blueberry picking season and King 5 named us the second best destination restaurant in Washington State. So toss the family in the cruiser and get on out to Blueberry Hills for the best down-home scratch country cooking you've had in years. And don't forget our award-winning pies. We're fun, family-friendly, and a delicious destination year-round. We're open every day from 8 to 3, serving breakfast and lunch all day. So come on out to Blueberry Hills.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Welcome back, and now a recap of our top stories. In a developing story late today, law enforcement officials closed a portion of Highway 2 as Chelan County Sheriff's deputy continued to search for two men suspected in a shooting in Dryden. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett says the victim was shot and may also have been beaten. The incident occurred at a house on Josephine Avenue in Dryden, and Sheriff Burnett says a search warrant has been obtained for that residence. State Patrol troopers closed both lanes of Highway 2 from the Big Y to Dryden. County deputies cordoned off a perimeter around the shooting scene and initially used a dog to search for the suspects, who authorities now believe may have fled in a car. The victim was transported to Central Washington Hospital, where his condition is unknown at this time. Also today, area fire crews made quick work of a fire that was behind the Fred Meyer's store in East Wenatchee. The fire started in the ditch between State Route 28 and the Fred Meyer gas station. That was around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The fire burned briefly in grass, sagebrush, and trees before being extinguished about a half hour later. And now time to take a look. And before we get to the details of that forecast, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And what a fantastic day today with sunny skies, nice and warm temperatures, and light winds out there. It felt more like summer, didn't it, than fall. Enjoy it today and tomorrow because we do have changes on the way. What we're seeing, a strong dome of high pressure remains over the western third of the country. It's bringing warm temperatures, sunny skies, and light winds. The ridge of high pressure will remain in place through Thursday, with temperatures warming a few degrees today and tomorrow. Our normal high temperature for this time of year is 72 degrees, but as I mentioned, today and tomorrow will be about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. On Friday, and especially Friday night, look for the clouds to be on the increase over central Washington. A large cold front, as you can see on the western edge of the ridge, will move east of the Cascade by early Friday night, bringing with it gusty west winds that will develop mainly in the Columbia Basin. It still looks like Saturday we'll see temperatures drop down into the 60s with those gusty west winds. It'll make it feel a lot cooler than the actual temperature. We could see some light shower activity on Saturday as well as that system does push through. Sunday will be our in-between weather systems day before widespread rain comes our way on Monday and into Tuesday as well, as a large wet frontal system inundates the Pacific Northwest. Let's take a look at that forecast now. Tonight, we'll drop down to a very mild low temperature of 55 degrees. Look at tomorrow, 10 degrees above where we should be at 82 for our high. And then the cool down starts on Friday. Maybe a few scattered late day showers and 73. Saturday morning into early afternoon, our best shot for rain on Saturday. As I mentioned, Sunday not bad, about 66 degrees with some clouds. And then we could see almost an all-day rain event on Monday with high temperatures only at 60. More showers Monday night, and those showers could as well linger into Tuesday morning. And as we leave you tonight, when the kids are away, the goats must play.
From Crown. You're so rude.
See?
If you have a video of the day you'd like to see on NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. Selling your home, it's a big step.
Can we find the right buyer in this market?
Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on.
So you have a secret weapon.
You mean we have a secret weapon?
I like that. Oh, what do you think of the wallpaper?
I love that touch.
Wenatchee Valley College is now offering 4-year degrees. The need for engineering technologists is rapidly growing, and the new Bachelor of Applied Science in Engineering Technology is designed to meet the needs of local employers. Students with an associate degree can complete the program in only 2 or 3 years. Don't wait! The program is accepting just 20 students for fall quarter. Apply now at wvc.edu/engineeringtech.
Who had the reception, and now he collects the touchdown. Got on goal, Wenatchee scores. Riggin lines up the three. Yes! Oh my goodness! Figure out where the line is, where they'll cover from. West fighting on the bottom, and he got the piz. Swung on and hit hard to left field. Caught out there in left field. It's a shot. Yes! And Wenatchee Valley wins it.
On the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
Romaine Electric in Wenatchee is your one-stop repair shop for all your auto, marine, small engine, or heavy-duty truck electric motor needs. Does your battery need to be replaced? Their technicians will have you up and running. The diagnostic team at Romaine Electric identifies and repairs all electrical issues from farm, truck, marine, industrial, diesel, ATV, and PWC. Romaine Electric in the Industrial Park off Ferry Street and Wenatchee Avenue. Stop by or give them a call today at 663-8150.
Hey everyone, Frank Ferrari here at Frank's Used Cars, where everybody gets a good deal. Today's deal is F-150 under 300,000 miles. Yesterday, $55.95. Today, it's only $213. At this price, this thing won't last long. Hurry on down to Frank Ferrari's Used Cars, where everybody gets a good deal. Right, Fred? Forget about Frank. Here at Town Nissan, we're fun, we're fair, and we're fabulous. Town Nissan, behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
No matter what your age or ailment, when you wake up each day with a sense of purpose, life has meaning and joy.
Just wait a while, it'll get in the hole somewhere.
Helping you do this is our purpose. Highgate Senior Living, each day to the fullest.
The best thing about my life right now is me.
you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for